Hey there, this is the unprofessional, super quick overview of the functionality of the Blue List. Let's do it. So this is the search page. We can go in and we can, change map views, get a sense of the nation in different ways. Then we can pick our regions. I'm just going to pick some random ones here, and then I'll pick from New Hampshire. And then over here, I can go to my filters. Red zone GPA is the low end GPA where we see students getting in, and I'll explain that more in a moment. Size of campus, as you guys know. These majors are not just, you know, uh, Googled or taken from College Niche. We actually go into the school's course catalogs and make sure they have a verifiable bachelor's degree, not just a certificate, a minor, or a master's that often gets mixed up on Google searches and even AI. Um, we'll distinguish between communication interpersonal versus mass media, or environmental science versus environmental studies. Where else? Film production, film studies. So we get in on a granular level so students can really find what they're looking for. Then over here, vibe tags. These are just little groups, ways students can kind of see different aspects of the school. They're not mutually exclusive. I can do college town and big city. I can like Gothic architecture and colonial architecture. So, that's just a bunch of things that students will click there. Once they do that, they can, save their search. You know, uh, what would I just call this? West Coast, plus New Hampshire, whatever I want to name it as. I don't know why I'm going into that right now. And then you can get all your searches there, and I'm going to make this search happen. Now, this brings up my schools in order of population, because if you do it alphabetically, you don't learn anything about the school. So it's population smallest to largest in any group that I pull up. I'm going to go to Boulder, um, and I will see here this green on the side is showing that that is going to be a safe school for me based on my GPA that I entered in the back. Over here, these are the overlaps, and you'll also see their difficulty level in comparison to my numbers. These are the vibe tags that the school has. The blue ones are the ones I matched. We have all sorts of fun things here, like the campus radio. A lot of our students will put this on in the background while they do college searches. Even when they do the homework, you learn a lot about a school. I highly recommend it. I found a lot of music this way, and it's kind of just an enjoyable throwback. Live cams, all schools are different. Like Northwestern, you can watch students painting the rock. At Bowdoin, you watch the students out on the quads. Here you can see live cams of Pearl Street in the mountains. Very cool. If you want to look at the slideshow, you can jump in and, just jump to different things. There's more images over here you can look at as well. 10,000 videos that we've curated. Over here is the YouTube channel for the school, but these are the ones that just give the pros, cons, a much more rounded view of the school. 3D Earth, something that we take the time to make sure our drop-ins are right over each school. So you don't have to like get confused, always go north when you look, just so you kind of acclimate. And then, we encourage our students to drop into different locations. Where do you want to drop in? Let's try. I think that's Leeds Business School over there. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, where are we? We're inside a building. Let's get out of here. It's a little creepy. Um, let's go to let's zoom out. I'm gonna go over here. This is fair and field, where students will often hang out in the sun when the weather breaks. Apparently that guy's done something inappropriate. So nonetheless, you can have a lot of fun. Our students will do what's called the pizza test, where they just drop in the word pizza, and that'll kind of show them where students hang out. And it's really helpful just to get kind of views. Then, a generic map that will allow you to just see where we are in the country. And over here, sorry, just checking something. Weather, each city, we can see, the highs and lows and a description. I'm not going to go through all these, but you have your politics. Over here, you click this, it'll take you to the state's politics, who's in Congress, who's in Senate, how they voted last election, the current issues on the docket, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Click this, it'll tell you, it'll give you a Google flight map, and it'll show you how many connecting flights, the average price, et cetera. Down here, direct email to admissions, website, you can one-click visit information, all your socials. Down here, you will see from the school, their way of describing them, Blue Train's way of describing them. That's the parent company of the Blue List. And then here, these are just like, yes, AI little prompted scripts that we worked hard to sharpen in a way that would be helpful for families just to come into each bigger chunk with a broad overview, so I get to know the basic scholarships, but then if I want to go in here and see more, I can, jump in there and, dig in a little bit deeper. All these things, facilities, but if I want to kind of go in, I can check out the beautiful stadium at Boulder, Colorado. Things to see and do. This is fun. This takes you all through nightlife, food and culture, music, and our students are doing visits. We text them and we say, hey, go check out Joe's Coffee at Barnard or whatever they're doing. Study abroad, clubs and activities, on and on and on. Over here, this is the NCES openings per major. Course catalogs are huge. Our students will look at these to distinguish majors. I think too often people just Google, what career can I have? But if I'm going in and I really want to look at, like what biochemistry is, by perusing the course catalog, I will get a much better understanding of what's out there in that major. These are the most popular majors by graduation each year, or the most populous up here, down on down. It's just nice to have these handy, unique programs. We constantly add to these. Over here, so say I do something like I do this, and I realize I like the psychology department. I'll just make it easy. I can drag and drop that over there. I can go over here to images and say, I want to go, oh yeah, I really like the fact that it snows. It's pretty basic, but I can just kind of make like little, drag and drop board over here. And this can go on, for as long as I wanted to and fill it up with as much stuff as possible. And then over here, I have all my admissions data. I can quick demonstrate interest to the school by getting on their list. A lot of people like the common data set, how to apply, very helpful for portfolios, all the application dates, ACT, SAT scores, test optional, all that stuff we keep up to date on, obviously. So that's going to be the school profile. And then the Bluecast episodes are episodes where we're just doing videos with students around the nation of ours that are at different schools from their dorm rooms. Just starting that in the next couple of weeks, since this is a new launch. I'm just going to heart some more schools here so that when I bring up my list, it'll be a little more populated. So then I have this, well, I'll show my reach schools, my high target, my low target, my safe. Green usually means merit aid. Not all the time, but that's a pretty good indicator. Over here, we have our lists, which we have curated, in 20 years of doing this, so learn by doing. These are all schools, and you can open these up and get a, sense of the school here, heart them there. The Bluecast, I just told about those. Then the app trackers, I think, are important because this is after a student has made their list. And let's just say now I'm going to start to move forward with applications. I go here and it's Common App. I'm going to go early action. I'm going to say, I'm just going to go back in time. See, I can do this. Time travel. November 15th. And I'm going to say I created my account. There's one letter of rec. I've made a rough draft. And it's going to probably turn to orange, I'm guessing. Yeah, because that means I've started. It's due November 15th. And when I do all these and I start to begin it, it becomes what we call a progress or a deadline tracker, because they're in order of the most soon up here down to the most distant. And students are going to start to work their way through them, and then when I submit, let me move some to submit. All right, I'm going to go down here. Yes, submit. I'm cheating here. Didn't do all the hard work, but just because it doesn't go to the status tracker until you submit. But now that I've submitted, I have, 2 schools I can open up, and over here, I will, keep track of, where I am. But as you guys probably know, portals become the post-submission world, and too many students just have to constantly search through their emails. They get laggy about it. They're missing wait list, updates and all that stuff. So we encourage them to just drop their portal link in there, and then they save it. And then every time they come here, they can just visit their portal just by one click. They can remind themselves if they've, sent this, NA not needed. And if I'm like, need to get update to, let's say something that's better. Build out update form. Need to speak to counselor about dropping AP ceramics second semester. I don't know why I'm making you guys go along with that long narrative, but there's that. Then the financials, obviously just keeping track of things is nice. If you ever need more information, you just open the profile down here and get more. I'm going to update and close this because I made a note. I have that little exclamation point, so I know when I look at my status what things need to be done. If I get rejected from a school, sadly, let's say I got rejected, click that, update it. So now it's red. A lot of our students, when they are kind of looking at this, they don't like to see those red rejections. So we just do is they can do this and they can hide or unhide those, but just to keep it a buoyant process. Over here, there's a granularity we're doing in the next month or so, kind of like I'm doing now in a big, super fast speed talk. We're going to slow down and talk about how to think about majors, how to think about, environments, how to think about these different vibe tags. What do they mean? And just kind of give a really, nuts and bolts breakdown of making college lists. For the counselors, we hope that you guys can use this, rather than Googling your schools constantly. You can just go in here and be like, USC, and there you have your school, you have all your information, whatever you need. And I'm guessing we'll learn a lot just by clicking all these different buttons. I certainly do. Every iteration of this, we learn new things about the schools, and we're going to continue to grow, and we just want to, reach out to some of the counselors like yourselves and see if this would be a good fit for your team. We're not looking, as I mentioned in the email, not looking for a payment from counselors. We're just looking for a partnership with schools, and want to discuss what that would look like. So thank you for watching this, and have a great rest of your day.